Susan and I actually went and did the inventory on their hill prairie in Stronghold. And then afterwards, we went to share the results with them, and Jan seemed very interested in increasing the quality of their natural communities, and that's really where we saw the potential for a good partnership.
One of the big surprises when I first started this job was the lack of management paperwork of a plan. And the longer I got into my job, the more I saw we weren't managing. It wasn't the tactic. It was, well, we don't have time. We'll have to do that later. So there was no management. My displeasure really emanated from being here for a timber harvest. There had been one shortly before I began my work. Then I lived through the one of 04-05, and seeing the results of that would be the evidence of I'm really concerned about how we're managing this land. They went and did their survey, and again came back excited later that same afternoon, and really convinced me that there was hope to do something, that we could make a change, that there were people who shared that. The other part that was very gratifying working with Susan and Kirsten and with everyone I've met at AES is the comfort with which you work in our religious environment. And that isn't always the case with people, our vendors or some of our secular customers or our partners have varying degrees of comfort with that. So the terms ministry and mission were well accepted and produced a lot of comfort on our side of the table right from the beginning.
My first reaction to receiving the proposal from AES was that it's too expensive and I didn't know how we were going to be able to afford it.
Well, I was really grateful. It was like, wow, there are things to do. There are people who know what to do, but of course, what is this going to cost? But it was never the first thing. It was never the first thing on AES's part or on ours to throw dollars around. We were willing to listen to each other for several months about concerns, about abilities, about the nature of what's here. What's the best thing to do, I think, has been the guiding principle in how we've come together. if I could come back in 30 years, and that may be a possibility, I would expect to see a much healthier forest. I would expect that we would have controlled or made good inroads at controlling invasive species. I would expect to find a beautiful place that's still whole, that's still in one piece, that is full of flowers and full of healthy trees. And I would expect to find a few more people here than I do right now, because there would be so many more opportunities that will become well known by the folks who are interested in it.